The views and opinions expressed in this program are those of the podcasters and guests and do not necessarily reflect the views or positions of any entities they represent or their affiliates.
Action!
What it do,
What's up, ladies
people?
and gents?
Happy Monday, everybody.
Look at Mecca just silent in a motherfucker. He ain't got shit to say. he got
Man,
a sore. He got a sore throat. He been chewing halls all morning.
you know what I'm talking about?
He been fucking them
Man,
halls up.
boy, oh boy. What's up there, y'all?
Yeah, yeah. We in this motherfucker. It's your main Fontaine, the quarter point devil's advocate. We got Mecca, the feelings wrecker. Dr. Phil to make you feel better, and Miss Royale with the hocus pocus. And and the
Oof.
clockets and that type of shit. Damn
Yeah, we're not doing that. Nah. We're not doing that.
it.
That's in, Mecca. That's in.
Hey, look, don't let Wicked jump on here. He clocking it too. We know how he do.
Man,
Um,
in his sleep, bro.
yeah. So how was everybody's weekend?
My weekend was
You know,
good.
I shout out to Victorville. I went to Wolfpack shit,
Okay.
you know. So it was cool. It was cool. Whoa.
No, 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 no.
Hold
Don't
on.
say nothing. Don't say nothing. Don't say nothing. Because I was already gonna jump on his head, and we're gonna do that off camera. Know what I'm talking about?
No doubt. No doubt.
Yeah, we're gonna do that off camera. Yeah, we're gonna
Oh,
do
I
that off
passed
camera.
y'all
You know
up.
what I'm saying?
My
Yeah,
bad. My bad.
we don't wanna display no violence in here. Non-violent, non-violent. You know what I'm talking about?
Oh,
Yeah,
Dr.
we
Phil
go.
did.
Yeah, but no, how was that? I was gonna actually slide up there.
It looked like it
Yeah, it
was
was
good.
I never went out to they shit out that way. Anybody shit out that way. You know,
Right.
I always pass by it, so uh I end up talking to prayers out there, and I was like, man, I'm gonna pop up on y'all, you know, and I needed a solo ride, at least a good hour, 2 hour solo ride anyway, and it was cool. It was cool, you know.
Mhm.
That's what's up.
All right. What he do?
Mecca looking like he was gonna ride his bike.
Man. Andy gave you the finger, not just a finger.
The finger.
Right.
Nothing. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Shit.
How was y'all
Man.
All
weekend?
right. So the topic of the day is having rude officers in your club. And when I say by rude, I mean those who kind of got a smart mouth and use their position to let the mouth pop off like fireworks.
Mm,
What you feel about that, Miss Royal?
mm. Don't we know it so well? I think every club has that. I mean, because of all the personalities, for sure. From a woman's perspective, um, that's a known thing. I think in any group, the point of being from the organization is so that you can learn how to deal with people, not yell or bully people, right? Um, so when someone is in that position, sometimes they do take it to the head, especially the women, because you know, we're emotional creatures. So sometimes emotions overtake the position, and
Hmm.
it can get out of hand. I feel like everybody deserves respect, but for sure, um, every organization has them. And I've seen it too many times where officers, you have to like kind of put them in their place. Like, hey, yeah, you are officer. This is your job. You want them to take their job serious, right? But don't overdo it. Don't make people feel small. Don't bully anyone. And talk to people with some respect. We're all grown. That's my take.
True. Hmm.
For me, it's about you know who you're getting your information from and how you present it to your charter. Because yeah,
Right, right.
well, I remember when I first came over, I was a straight dick, and I was like, "You better," and this and that. But then I had to tone it down a little bit because I was told that you are an officer, you cannot be that way. You see what I'm saying? So for me, it was all about coaching. But then
Mhm.
again, you also got to have people who got tough skin because you can say something to somebody and the way you deliver it to them, it might seem you're hurting their feelings or you're talking to me the wrong way. And
Right,
necessarily,
right,
I'm just
right,
not trying to get my point across to you so you will understand where I'm coming from. So if I got to break it down to you like you in elementary school, some shit like that, then you're going to be like, why are you belittling me? Well, I'm talking to you like a man, but you're not understanding where I'm coming from. So then again, you're damned if you do, you're damned if you don't.
facts, facts.
That's
Yeah.
true.
You know
I
what?
can feel that.
You know what? Actually, I can say that my officers are pretty mild mannered. I think I'm the one who pops off through frustration. You know what I'm saying? Um, but I do it pretty much respectfully. Like I was having a conversation with one of my officers, and I don't know what I was saying. I wasn't cussing at him, but I was cussing in the conversation. And later he was like, "Hey, Doc, man, I be talking, man. I don't like, like if it seems heated, people start cussing. I don't really, And I got what he was saying, And I said, but at the end of the day, I gotta respect that because sometimes when you say certain things, it comes off harsher than what you intended for it to be.
Oh, for
And if you're
sure.
using, yeah, if you're using foul language, that'll put a person on the defense. It's like, man, I'm a grown ass man or a grown ass woman.
Yeah.
And I think as officers, it is our duty. It's not in our bylaws, but it is also our duty to be able to use diplomacy when we're discussing things or talking to our members. You know, uh, we all know it's like sometimes it's like babysitting a bunch of grown babies. You got to say the same thing over and 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 over. It's like, damn,
Right.
you
Yeah.
know. But yeah, I've learned to kind of reel it in and say what I need to say, and then shit, I allow fines to work best. Like they say, I can't even say it. I don't even want to say it. I don't want the women to be offended. But what do you tell a person with two black eyes? Nothing. You already told them twice. See what I'm saying? So, you know, I had to change it. You know what I'm saying? But uh, you know, I just for me, bro, it's when you work for yourself and you dealing with a lot of people who think they're smarter than you. You have to be assertive. You have to talk a certain way sometimes. But being able to be around other people and see how other people get out. And I ain't gonna say no names, but it's a particular person. He say shit and he say it straightforward, but he say it in such a way to where you can't take offense. If you take offense, then you're just a weak-minded ass individual, right? So he
True.
can tell you, no,
True.
fuck you. But he said it so smooth, you be like, did he just say fuck me? Oh, okay, I ain't tripping. You know what I'm saying? But you learn. I learned from that stuff. I
I
learned from
learned from
that,
that
bro.
stuff.
Yeah, I learned from it, and I tend to adapt that because I don't want to be the smartest person in the room. If I am, I'm in the wrong room. So I want to learn from everybody. So it makes the
Right,
club
right.
better.
I can dig it.
Yeah, for sure. Like with me, if I say something, I always try to curb it or adjust it to the individual I'm talking to. You know what I mean? Like you have to
Yep.
adjust it sometimes. You know what I
Right.
mean? Because if they're in your chapter, sometimes you can tell when someone might be temperamental or not. You know what
Right.
I
Yes.
mean? Certain words going to trigger them, or a certain way they talk is going to, or you talk to them is going to garnish a certain reaction out of it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Whether it's good or bad. You know what I mean? So that's the only thing with that. And sometimes, you know, you might have to choose somebody head off once they don't get it after a while. You know what I mean? But again, it's how you talk to somebody because, you know, they have them. You know what I mean? There's motherfuckers who do it on a regular basis. But
Yeah, man. I
eh,
remember it was like 11 years ago, and I can't forget where we were at, but we had the DA was like, "Hey, man, you can't be talking to people like that." And I was just like, he was like, "You can talk to me like that. I get it, but you can't talk to everybody like that, Mecca." And I'm like, so I had to bring it down and understand what he was saying because for me it was just like I need to get this shit off my chest. But you cannot talk to people like that, Mecca. You can't. Once you can become an officer, you got to tone that shit down. So I'm like, well, damn. Do I take what he's saying to heart, or do I just not say nothing to nobody else? No, I toned it down a hell of a lot compared to where I was 10, 11 years ago till now.
Mhm.
compared to what you was last week. Keep it real.
You weren't even here last week, bro. 'Cause if you was, you
That's
would have
what I'm
caught it.
saying. That's what I'm
yeah,
saying. That's why I say, who is this guy right here? You know what I'm saying? So, you know,
That's crazy, but you know, I have to communicate with a lot of people sometimes, especially officers, that um I I voted for and made and believed in, right? I definitely have to pull them to the side, like, hey, you know, communicate with people how you want them to communicate with you. Like I was saying before, uh, part of our girls is just for you to learn our rules. It's for you to learn and grow, right? You don't want to be stagnated. You don't want to be the same way you came in. You want to grow and grow into something different so you can communicate effectively, right? If you're yelling and screaming at people or talking to people disrespectful or rude, how they're not going to take from it. Most of us are not, right? So I try to tell people that it's hard sometimes. We have strong personalities within the organization because they feel like you're being rude to them by telling them they're rude instead of taking it as constructive criticism and saying maybe I could have said it different or maybe I could have created a different environment about that situation. Maybe it wasn't that serious, right? And so that's one of my biggest things. If your officers are learning and understand how to communicate with the club becomes cohesive. Everyone runs like a well-oiled machine. You know, if you have rude officers, that's when you get those situations where people don't want to hang out with certain club members. People are all spread out all over the place because you don't want to be around a rude sergeant of arms. You don't want to be around a rude president.
that's how
Um,
you. That's how your secretary get beat up at the bar by himself. 'Cause, you know, you you didn't walk with this motherfucker to the bar. She got an issue in that bitch. Bop, boop, bop. Somebody done boo bopped her. Right? She trying to get a rum and coke and get boo bopped. So come on. Yeah.
it can happen. Yeah, everybody needs to, don't be rude. That's the thing. If you're an officer, like a lot of people think, this is a big thing too. A lot of people think that the sergeant of arms is supposed to be rude. In actuality, what are they supposed to be? They're supposed to be
Right.
the person that create brings the drama down and try to find a solution to the issue, not make it bigger. You got some sergeant of
Right.
arms like, yeah, we gonna beat up everybody. Like, whoa, hey, hey,
Right.
hey, like, let's
Yeah.
figure this out. Like,
But
you're
see
supposed
some
to be
but
diffusing it.
but see some sergeants just be talking that shit because they think everybody's supposed to follow them. So if they push the
Hmm.
button, they you know what I mean, they might even be the one to throw the first punch. They're gonna take the crash dummy and put them out there first. Let that bitch take the first swing. Bam!
yeah,
It's on and popping from there. You ain't got no choice but
but
to
look,
jump in there.
yeah, you know, Nikki makes a good point here when she talks about when you have a strong personality, people get misunderstood. That does happen quite often. Um, but I always think that life is a learning curve. When you know you have a strong personality, sometimes you know you got to reel it in, and then sometimes you just got to let it flow because they deserve the backlash. You know what I mean, or whatever's gonna come out your mouth. But I've learned, like, again, I can't say it no different. You're dealing with a bunch of grown babies in certain situations. You know, when you're giving them a break, they love you. When you chastise them, they hate you. You know, but at the
Clock
end of the
it.
day, yeah, this is what you signed up for. I saw a video Mac Truck did. He said the two positions you don't want to be are three: sergeant arms, vice president, and president. If you're trying to be liked, those are not the positions. And
True.
I agree with him because it's like,
So true.
shit. You got to lay it down sometimes, and people be mad at you. They be, fuck that motherfucker. Then they love you, But a strong personality also have to know when they dealing with a more passive personality, because people feelings get hurt. Oh my God, they get hurt.
Oh,
Jesus
big
Butt
Christ,
hurt.
time.
they get hurt.
Butt hurt.
And I'll be like, damn, bro, I just
That's
told
why
you
for
this last
me,
week. Go ahead, bro.
no, I was gonna say for me, bro. That's why like when I need to have a one on one with somebody, I'll tell my boy like, hey, come listen to this conversation. So they can't say, well, we had a one on one and Mecca was being a straight dick, and I didn't appreciate that. So for me, it's better for somebody else to be there so they can hear the conversation that I had with him, so he can't go back and say I said X Y Z and I didn't.
You
You
know
feel
why
me?
he does that? Because Mecca will start off smooth as a motherfucker. And by the end of the conversation, you a bitch ass nigga. You something
You
else.
a
Wait a
bitch
minute.
ass nigga.
Man,
You know
Mecca.
what I'm saying? So, but, and I get having a strong personality. That's why I sit and say sometimes you have to know who you're talking to and that type of person because some things are triggers to other motherfuckers.
Right.
And some people feel like even just cussing at somebody. You know what I mean? Like I can tell somebody what I need them to do without saying a cuss word. But to someone else, if I'm sitting there and you sit there and say something like, man, what the fuck I just said? Who you talking to?
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
That
Yeah,
that word
yeah.
fuck
There we go,
alone
right there.
it's a trigger. Rather than say, damn, you didn't hear me? You know what I mean? Or being what did I say? You know what I mean? That's different than me saying, what the fuck did I just say? You see what I'm saying? So
Right.
some shit is a
Right.
trigger. And that's why I say you have to kind of catch on to who you're talking to and kind of curb it, sort of. Like my man, right here say, it's a couple of essays out there who think the title is some type of Teflon vest, and that's the truth. But
So
Oh,
it
true.
for
ain't a
hands down.
pillow. Yeah, but you got to think it's not a pillow. They don't wear that motherfucker on their face when you punch him in that motherfucker one time. Man, this
Oh,
ain't
shoot.
gonna yeah, this ain't gonna buffer nothing right now when I slide you. You know what I mean? But that's the same thing. That's why I sit and say like you have to know who you talking to. And when it comes to your own members, we get it. You have a position to hold, things of that nature. But talk
Right,
shit
right.
to someone who's supposed to be on your team is stupid.
Right.
Yeah,
You know what
for
I'm
real.
saying? Stupid as hell.
Totally agree.
That's what's gonna get you boo box trying to get you a rum and coke at the bar by yourself.
And you know what? But it sucks too, though, because I've witnessed people really ready to. I've seen it. People will be ready to leave because of one person, and because they're in that position, they have they. That was what I was talking about. Not doing enough on our last episode or episode before. They
Right.
do just enough, right, to not get in trouble, but not to touch the bylaws, but they're disrespecting people or creating
Right.
bad environments, right? And then You have good club members that want to come out and want to support and really love their patch, but then you have those root officers that create those bad environments, and it
Oh, for
sucks.
sure.
Like, and because they become empowered, that power trip I've seen, like, whoo, that power trip will turn somebody that you thought was cool as hell into like, I can't wait to whoop they. You know what I'm saying? Like they say one more thing to me. You know what I mean? So it's like I think that's the biggest thing. People get in positions and they they put power in front of it instead of doing it for the patch, doing it for the
Yeah.
movement, doing it for the entire organization. They
Right.
do it for themselves to say, I'm this, I'm that, and I have the power to treat you like this. And I think that is a big problem for sure.
Yeah.
Like I was saying, I don't really have that with my members. Sometimes I wish they would talk more. Sometimes, and but it's kind of like they have their opinions, and they're all individuals, but the relationship is really pretty good. We don't have anybody that's over assertive. You know, um, in fact, I think and he should be my sergeant at arms is probably the smoothest talking dude. You know, somebody said, "Hey man, Dr. Phil was on one today," and he was like, "Nah." He just broke it down to him. I'm like, "Damn, bro, I'm gonna have you start speaking for me every single time because you made me believe what you were saying." You know what I'm saying? But he was dead on point. And when you're in a position, especially a leadership position, you have to be able to make sure the people that's receiving your message is able to decode that shit. If they can't, it's going to be an attitude. I think Mecca said it earlier, or maybe Fontaine about somebody belittling them. You know what I mean? Uh, Again, we deal with a lot of personalities, and people don't deal with everything the way we deal. When you have a business mind, or you're an entrepreneur, or you work with corporate America, your articulation is different than other people's. You know,
That's
it's
so
like when you
true.
call somebody an oxymoron, if they don't know what it means, they're gonna be mad as hell. You know what I'm saying? All they heard was moron. So sometimes you have to dummy yourself down. Sometimes, I mean, shit, Fontaine do it all the time. Shit, I
Sure.
heard he
Well,
was the
go.
biggest asshole on the West, and I was like, damn, he cool as fuck. Hey man, I got a problem. I know he was like, motherfucker, get the fuck away from me. He was like, oh, let me see if I can help you.
Yup, he do,
so,
Look, man, look.
so and
I'm gonna
that
be.
works, and that's go ahead, bro.
No, no. Go ahead. Go ahead. I'll finish. I'll go
No,
over there.
I was just gonna say, and that works, and that's what I think a lot of leaders should be able to do. You know what I'm saying? Patient, understanding, check you when you need to be checked, and let it go.
I mean, a lot of
Just like
times though,
Smooth
when
said
I'm.
too.
Go ahead.
No, so you see what Smooth said?
Yeah, I was gonna get on that. Yeah, yeah. Go
Yeah,
ahead
no
though.
doubt. Go ahead. No,
Go
you
ahead
good.
though.
I was gonna read
No,
what he gonna say, partner.
but I know what you was gonna do, youngster. I'm just saying. God damn. See, that's what I'm talking about. You got to know who you talking to. You know what I'm talking about?
right,
Because niggas
right.
take shit the wrong way. They get offended. They get a little, a little soft, a little
Hmm.
cozy. What the, you know what I'm talking about? Like, come
Yeah,
on.
yeah,
Relax. Breathe for me, my boy. You know what I'm talking about? So, like, the only thing I
Oh,
was going to
Mecca.
say is, like,
Oh,
when I
Mecca.
do that and I be out there, it's because at that time, bro, we just all trying to go home. We want to have a good time, party, woo, whatever, and disappear, right?
yeah,
Y'all,
yeah.
and then really in my mind, it's like if y'all gonna do it, just do it when I leave or when I'm out of here. You
Say,
know
when you
what
hear
I
my
mean? That's
bike
how.
fire up, go ahead and do your thing.
Yeah, just yeah. I ain't got to be no anybody. Just in case the popo, I heard you were there. You know what happened? Hey, look, I don't know. I wasn't there. Bobby on
Right.
that. But like my man, like you were saying, Mecca, like what Smooth was saying, sometimes you have to be an asshole because people will try to run over you. That's for sure.
That's definitely
That's for
true.
Yeah.
sure. Yeah. But like you know who to be an asshole to. The
Oh
ones
yeah,
who
for yeah,
gotta do
yeah, yeah.
that, like, yeah, because I didn't been there. I promise you. I try to be cool as fan with the world's You know what I mean? I'm talking about Usa and all that shit. But sometimes some people gonna make you want to put your hands on them sometimes. You know what I mean? To just because even the verbal shit ain't working. You know, and then like I
Right.
said, when you say like when I say you gotta know who you're talking to, it goes both ways because you'll say something, they'll take it the wrong way, they're gonna snap at you, you're gonna snap back, and it's gonna turn into something.
Right.
You know what I mean? And that's why I sit and say that
Always.
because you know what I mean. So you can sit there and be like, try to tell him something. As soon as he take it wrong, like who the fuck you talking to? Motherfucker, I'm talking to
Yeah.
you. And now we're in the whole
Oh hell
but
no.
yeah, yeah. So it's like but what we was talking about, what this shit started with, we
Hmm.
are
Yeah.
now at the point of disrespect. You know what I mean? So yeah, it could have been anything, something simple, like,
Now it's
but
going
I'm just
up.
saying,
You know what I'm talking about?
yeah, just because them triggers them went out there already,
Yeah.
so
Absolutely.
it turns fucked up. So that's why, like Nikki says, communication's everything. It is. You
Everything.
know what I mean? But not,
That's
but the
the
other
key to
side
it.
of that, well, I'm gonna be honest with you, it's about like 70%, maybe 72, okay? Because comprehension is the other half of that. You know what I mean? I can
Right. Yeah.
communicate all I want to you, but if you're not comprehending and understanding what I'm saying, this is null and void. The whole
That's
conversation.
that's the lock. The key is
You know what I mean?
communication. The
Yeah,
lock is yes. And if that
yeah,
key don't
yeah,
turn and you don't
yeah,
comprehend, right.
man. It's that don't mean shit. You know what I mean? So that's why I say it's got to be a two-sided kind of conversation, and it has to
Yeah.
go both ways. But again, if it's the point where someone is testing you, you know what I mean, to the point where you have to turn to be an asshole, yeah, that's a different story. You
Right.
know what I
Right.
mean?
Most definitely.
You know what I'm saying? And it
Oh
usually
yeah.
happens yeah, it usually happens because somebody mad because you got put in that position before them. You know what I
Yep.
mean? Or
There
you know
is.
what I mean?
And
Or
that's
over them. Or you know what I'm
uh-huh.
saying? They feel like they should have been there. And fuck this nigga. So
Then they want to have a
It's a
sidebar with you
whole
and
lot of
shit
that.
too.
A
yeah.
whole
I
lot of
mean,
that.
yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. You just be mad in the motherfucker. Just be mad, dude. I don't know what to tell you.
Hey, but look
You know?
though, all y'all out there that's watching the show today, do me a favor, man. Reach out to Undisputed and send them a prayer. My condolences to the family from Undisputed.
Oh, yeah, yeah, for Pitbull.
Man,
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
our
Yeah, he
prayers
was
go
hit.
out to you. Oh my God.
Yeah, that was crazy.
Yeah.
I was gonna say that, but I figured I'd wait to the end because I forgot at the beginning. But yeah, for
Oh,
sure.
good.
Yeah, I put a post up and whatnot on Instagram for that. And they
Mm.
had a candlelight vigil, I believe, that started maybe 15 minutes ago, or I think it
Okay.
started at 6 or 6:30, something like
Hmm.
that.
No doubt.
So, hmm uh, what else was to say? Oh, as a VP, my man Smooth said, as a VP, I had to check my essay one night, but I had to go back and apologize to him because I should have pulled him to the side. And yeah, for sure,
That's a
Oh
for
big
yeah.
one.
sure, in that conversation. And one thing them OGs used to always tell us is that you never want to embarrass your club brother in
Your members.
public,
Yeah.
yeah, or your members, right? Because
Right.
it shows
Yeah.
like like dissension, or you know what I'm saying, like some type of mutiny finna pop off. You know what I mean? So you know what I mean? So you can't really be trying to do it like that. Now pull you to the side, or when you get to, you have your meetings or your church, whatever you want to call it, that's different. Or when you're in just your own close set, you get a gas station, as long as it's just you guys,
Right,
or
Yeah.
right.
your club, handle your
Right.
business, but never in front of the masses. You know what I mean? And some people do that because they trying to either embarrass you or try to show like, there's ways to get around that though.
And that
Yeah.
was
He also
Oh yeah.
said, I just want to kind of cap off what Smooth said. He said it also shows poor leadership when you do it in public. That's a
For
huge
sure.
one.
For
Yeah.
sure.
and that's what I
For
want to
sure.
touch on because it's I've seen it a lot where people, especially leaders, and even myself, had to step back and um not do that in front of a crowd or at an event, and allow people to feel like they won that round, right? Or have that have that energy for that moment. But I think a good leader, and I learned this from a lot of my leaders, Fontaine, a lot of people, that it's better to be, like you said, quiet in that moment, or communicate elsewhere about whatever the situation is. Just don't forget
Right.
about it and make sure that you touch on it. And I think the best way to get respect from any one, especially officers, or officer to officer, or member to officer, or whatever it may be, is pulling them to the side and having a direct conversation, because that person can really feel where you're coming from, and it won't be a crowd to boost up any energy. It won't be a scenario
Right.
or a confrontation. It'll be you and that person. So the energy always shifts and it always changes, you know, and it definitely could be something else. If alcohol is involved, or people might just wanted to try you that day. You never know. But yeah,
Yeah.
I was going
Yeah,
to touch on that. That's a big one. Stepping to the side, not doing it in public, because that happens a lot too.
yeah. My
Mine also
man,
said it can be one way. Oh, go ahead.
right. Go no, no, go ahead.
Yeah, mine said it can be one way or the highway with some, and that happens more often than people know. You know, I don't like the way they talk to me, or they this way, or and it can cause a person to leave the club. You know, but again, for me, I feel like this: when you sign up for this and you recognize that there is a cabinet or there is a pecking order. Everybody, no matter who you are, no matter where you've been in life, you've been in a pecking order situation where you have to abide by some rules, and you have somebody over. If you had a 9 to 5, you had a supervisor. That's the pecking order. And I get it. You're not being paid to be on the set. Here's the
I
thing:
was
you
just
pay
finna
to
say
be.
I was getting paid though. I was getting paid though.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. But here's the thing: you pay to be here. You know what I'm saying?
I got you.
So,
I got you.
you
I got you.
know, so
Everybody ain't able.
personally, yeah. Well, personally, for me, like I said, I like rules. I'm kind of like a stickler for them. I do my best to abide by them, and sometimes you got to bend them, but you ain't supposed to break them. And every situation comes with its own, merits and values and decisions. But when talking to somebody, not everybody understands 1, 2, 3. You know, some people go from 1 to 26. And they've got all the other 24 numbers in between. And then you have some people that can follow. As a leader, it is your job. One of the things about a good leader is you're able to get people to follow you and agree with you as far as what the mission is based on your leadership, based on how you communicate, you know. And that one-on-one conversation, it's huge. You know,
Oh
you can
yeah.
curse a person out. Yeah, you can curse somebody out one-on-one, but you do it in front of somebody, you might get some hot rocks. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
you got to know how to communicate. And you got
Yeah.
to believe that this person will understand to some degree.
Yeah. I mean, but you gotta think when it's in public, that's when people get, it's no longer about what you said. Whatever you talking about has turned into Charlie Brown's teacher. You know what I'm talking about? It's all
Right,
blah, blah,
right.
blah, blah. The fact that you didn't disrespected me in front of all these motherfuckers.
Mhm.
Oh,
Yeah,
oh, how
yeah,
I got
that's
to
It's on
get
the
huge.
you.
left.
Yeah,
Yep.
Yeah.
I don't care what you talk about no more. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I don't know what you talk about no more, but
And it's
Yeah.
um,
and especially with females. Oh my God.
yeah,
They'll
exactly.
throw a hissy fit. Oh my God. Sandals
Yeah,
will be
you not
everywhere,
paying
all through the street.
attention.
Sandals, weave,
Yeah, it's
everything.
going down. It's going down. I promise you. People can just said
Yeah.
people. Nikki says people can read the tension in the club. Someone is always
Absolutely, you
watching.
can.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Absolutely, you can.
That-
And and,
Uh-huh.
That's
li-
why I
and
say
like my
sometimes.
said, not everybody gonna communicate with you, but then if that person can't communicate or lack understanding, comprehension, as he said, then as a leader, you got to start deciding whether he's worthy of keeping around. You know, the highway might be
Yeah,
his best.
but
Because
go
go
ahead.
ahead.
No, I was gonna say like Ma said, some people not gonna communicate. You know what I mean? Because they just not gonna do it. You know what I mean? They just don't want to talk, and that's okay. You don't want to talk, cool. But at the end
Not
of the
that
day,
too.
yeah, like what?
And that's that toxic shit.
Yeah, you ain't got to talk. I mean, but the results of what the majority or the cabinet is looking for, or whatever the case, is what needs to happen at the end of the day. Because some people not gonna talk again because they either got embarrassed, they feel like you talking to them about like they're a child. It could be a few different reasons. You know what I mean? They gonna at some point
Yeah.
they feel disrespected, so they not gonna talk. And everyone's level of disrespect is different. It's different. Where one might say, "Oh, I knew you tripping." Someone else gonna be like, "Yeah, man, fuck that." You know what I mean? So that's on whatever the situation is gonna end up being. And you're right. It doesn't be that, but
I have a
again,
question.
you can't. I got you. But nobody can tell me um, what it is. You know what I mean? Like what I'm hearing. Go ahead, Royal.
I want to know, okay, what's your definition of this? Because this has been said a lot, right? So, what's your definition of this? I really want to hear it from you guys. So, talking at someone or talking to someone, what's the difference?
You want my
Talking at
definition?
someone.
Yes, sir. I would like to
Okay,
know what you think.
talking at someone means I don't give a fuck about your response. I don't give a fuck what you talking about. This is what it is, and whatever comes out my mouth is law at this moment in time.
Mhm.
I don't fuck what you talking about. You know what I mean? I don't give a fuck about no response you finna give me. I'm not finna hear it. You could be talking Swahili to Spanish. I don't give two shits. Yeah,
Uh-huh.
your best bet is just shut the fuck up and use it. What they always say: God gives you two ears and one mouth for a reason. At this stage in the moment, you don't even need your mouth. I just need them ears. That's what talking at someone means. But talking to someone means there's going to be some type of reciprocation in the conversation.
Got it.
Mhm.
Hands down. Hands down.
Got it.
Yeah, he took the words out of my mouth. That's what I was gonna say.
That was a
Without the
very
curse
good
words.
explanation. That was a very good explanation.
Yeah,
You
Thank
trying to be
you.
yeah.
a little so you completely correct now,
Yeah, I mean that's my definition. I don't know the next niggas, but that's mine.
No,
You
that
know.
is the definition, and I just wanted
No,
to
you
know
you
what
hit
you
it on the
shared.
head.
It, yeah, you hit it on the nail.
Yeah.
Yeah, no,
Because
I
that's the
mean,
biggest thing about being an officer is instead of talking at someone, talk to them. Because when you talk at someone, you're not looking for a response, and that is what makes people feel defensive
Mm-hmm.
because
right.
they can't even communicate back to you about whatever the situation is. So talk to someone, not at.
And in some
Right.
cases, you will have to talk at them because if they've done something that they weren't supposed to do, and it violates protocol, bylaws, what have you, when you correcting someone at that moment, it's not about a conversation. It's because you messed up. In regards to why you messed up, you messed up. This is what the rules are. This is what you should have done. You know, and I think with most people, that's the hardest thing to do is when someone really is reprimanding them for violating, and people get so comfortable with these positions that they begin to make up their own bylaws in their own freaking head. You know what I mean? And they think they can do it. If the person above them doesn't correct it, they will continue and it will get worse and worse and worse. And before you know it, they'll get your club into some shit because they running their mouth when they're not supposed to.
Right.
and those are
Yeah.
those are the ones that don't listen to shit that you're saying.
Yeah.
Who's that? Who's that, America?
No, I'm just saying in general.
Oh,
Like you can talk to them, and they're really not understanding shit that you're saying because all they care about is what they're talking about. They're trying to hear shit that you got to say about what they didn't do.
yeah. But see, at the same time, and I hear you feel when you sit and say, about, kind of like fuck everything. You fucked up, so this is kind of the speech you're gonna get. But what if my reason for doing it is legitimate than a motherfucker?
Okay, I'm glad you put it that way.
Yeah, I mean,
Mm.
you just didn't see the reason for why my response. You only saw my
Right, but
response. To you, it was
right.
an action. Okay, go ahead.
But what I'm saying is, even in your right, you can still be wrong.
No, I got you.
You see what I'm saying?
I got you. I
So,
got you.
so
But
Oh yeah, for
if I
sure.
just saw your response, as we said earlier, you know, there's a way to handle that. You could have done something different and or better, and still
sure,
got your point across. You know what I mean? So,
sure.
of course, I'm not saying go bananas only while you outside in public. What I'm saying is behind closed things. You
I
know, it's
got you.
like I think you said it one day. You told me you said, I said, what do they need a fine, bro? You was like, no, they need some education.
Yeah,
So
You
true.
remember that? So,
yeah,
okay, no fine. Now I got to talk to your ass. And the
yeah.
education sometimes got to be kind of stiff because you fucked up and it could have got worse. You know what I mean? So, uh, I don't want to ever think that my right is gonna always be right because sometimes I can be within the right and still be wrong
Right.
based on how I handle it.
I love it.
True.
So true. Yep.
You so right, you wrong. No, I'm playing.
We spitting gems today, baby. We spitting gems. They are coming out like water. Okay, listen up, Chad. Listen up.
Mm.
No, that's real shit. Everything that everybody said is real, and it pertains to everyone, every club, every leader, every member.
Absolutely.
Yeah, yeah, you know. But some motherfuckers, like I said, they get in positions, boy. I'm trying to tell you.
King Kong ain't got nothing on me.
They get that. What's
Wow,
that?
nigga.
That little what they call it, the little Napoleon complex.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah, fuck, little motherfucker.
Uh,
You take the littlest nigga and turn him into the sergeant at arms. If you don't get this motherfucker away from me, I
Yeah.
don't care. I don't care. That's your cousin. I don't care. Get this
Biggest
nigga.
bark, no motherfucking bother.
is that your cousin?
Don't fuck this your cousin,
Uh,
man. Get this little nigga away from me, man.
Sky
You know what I mean?
said,
And that's what.
then you also, oh, I was just going to read what Sky said. Then you also have to give a person time to respond to what you're saying. I definitely get it. Not everybody's the sharpest knife in the drawer. But if you stay close to the knife sharpener, just as witty as you are when you popping it, you should be just as witty in responding. I shouldn't have to wait 30 seconds for you to think of a whole scam to tell me why you did what you did. You know what I'm saying? Like, and that's why I say
he said.
sometimes
He
conversation
said.
skim
That nigga
scam.
Phil jump. Yeah, Phil gonna jump down your throat. Jump down your throat. He gonna be like, you
No,
know what? Let me think about
yeah, let me think about it. I mean, and I just think like sometimes when you're conversing with a person, some things don't need a response. If
No, it
you grasp
doesn't.
what's
Yeah.
being said, what's being conveyed to you, it don't really. You're right, Prez. You're right, Sarge. You're right, VP. You're right, club brother, club sister. You know what I'm saying?
That's
Um,
true too.
some things just
it.
like
And I,
accept that shit and move on. I know
yeah,
it ain't the
yeah.
norm, bro. But I'm just saying
Uh,
sometimes accept the
But
shit
if
and
you
walk
know
on.
you did, but like you guys were saying, if you know you did something wrong and if someone chastises you about it or let you know that you were wrong and how you need to fix it, you don't really have a response for that unless, like Pate said, there was a reason why you did it. Which
Right.
everybody always got a reason.
and
Always.
that's why.
It ain't
And that's
never
why I
just
say. And that's why I say just listen to it sometimes because I'm gonna be honest with you. Accountability is a motherfucker on both
man.
sides of the
Man,
fucking fence.
Lord
Okay,
have
it's
mercy.
a
absolutely.
motherfucker, especially when it comes to this shit. So yeah, I'm gonna listen to you, and if the response you give me is some bullshit,
Bullshit.
we gonna go from there. You did,
If it's some skim
yeah,
scam,
yeah. What you call it, almost skin scam? Yeah, yeah. You got me fucked up. Yeah,
for those that don't know, skim scam mean you scamming and manipulating.
Uh huh.
okay.
Uh huh.
I
Telling
like
a
that.
lie.
I like that. Say it again,
Uh,
Dr.
What you
Feel
call
Good.
that
What is
case? Skim scamming? Okay,
it?
I'm gonna
Skim
skim
slow it
scamming.
down.
scam.
It means you're
What do you mean
lying.
scamming?
Okay? Means you're a fucking liar.
That's my
Okay?
Yeah,
new one. You
That's
they
skim
what it means.
scheming
scam.
and scamming.
Yeah.
You know,
Skim
Yeah.
scam.
Just say that. Just say it means
that's
you're
what
a
my granny
fucking
used to
liar.
say. She said, "Don't come
Oh
up here
man.
scamming." Like, damn, all right, granny. You know,
Man.
but yeah,
Yeah, for sure.
It's just a skim scam.
Oh, what does it say? Thanks, doctor. Address the young ladies in a respectful manner, so I thought. But the next meeting, I responded in a new manner. Oh, learn.
Learn, learn.
oh, what?
I don't know.
Bonjour, monsieur.
That's, that's for you, doctor. What is?
That was for you,
Oh
Dr. Feel
no.
Good. That's Miss Murder. She was telling you something. She learned something, basically.
There you go.
Oh, okay. Okay. All right.
True that.
You
True
learned you
that.
learned her something. You learned her something.
I seen her too Saturday. I didn't get to walk up to her and give her a hug though. My apologies.
Yeah,
She was chilling.
My man Brian says riding together has a way of working things out, has a way to keep the brothers together. And that's the truth. Because that's when you kind of get that one-on-one shit. And there's no
Yeah.
crowd.
Yeah.
There is no
Yeah.
scene, there is no set, there is no crowd around you, there's none of that shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So that's where the real conversation get to coming out and things of that nature. You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
The more
that's
you
for sure.
together, the more you understand your group and you understand everybody individually, and you won't have as many issues.
Yeah, but sometimes, like you said, sometimes you need them one-on-ones type shit. You know what I mean? Like, hey, me and you finna go take a ride somewhere, blah, blah, blah. You know what I mean? Because some
Right.
people get
Right.
this shit misconstrued. You know, when
Yeah.
you don't know someone, you don't know how they are because of where they come from or whatever the case. Some do got a rougher edge around them. We get it. You know what I
Right.
mean?
Right.
Yeah.
The
That,
ones
that,
who got a,
yeah. You're right about that shit.
yeah, yeah. And the ones who got a
Yep.
rougher edge, you got to know the soft ones around you. You can't rough them
Yeah.
up. You can't drag them into the mud. Like when you was little kids, you already knew who
I
was
was
gonna
just
play
about to
tackle.
say, like
Yeah,
in hostile
yeah, like
cousins, you know what you
yeah,
gotta be right.
Yeah.
exactly. Who gonna play with you and who's not? You know what I'm saying? Even
Right.
growing up, when y'all grew up and y'all was playing tackle football with your friends, you knew who was gonna play and who wasn't. I knew not
Right.
to even
Right.
ask your
Yeah.
motherfucking ass.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Don't even ask him because dude,
Yeah.
he finna throw the ball in the air like this is smear the queer. What are you doing?
Ah,
Yeah, what the fuck are you doing? What are you
don't pick
doing,
him.
Billy?
Yeah. For
Don't pick
real.
him.
Yeah, don't
Do
pick
not
him.
pick him.
Yeah. And then you had the one who was in the back just
Do
praying he
not
gonna
pick
get
him.
picked. Please don't pick my motherfucking ass. Shit. Please. Just back there praying. Praying he
Oh
gonna get his ass
man.
whooped out any day.
Yeah.
Right. Right.
Yeah. So I get it. I get it. You know. So that's
That's
all
that
it is. You
street
get
football, homie.
oh nigga, come on.
You know
You
what
Yeah.
it
be
is?
in the corner,
Lipo to
nigga, like,
lipo.
yes, sir.
I'm just talking about just tackle in the park. We know what it was without them pads. You swore he was in the NFL anyway.
For real.
Nigga Fontaine is
Yeah.
hilarious.
Yeah, you thought you was laying niggas out. What? Oh my God. Somebody get people off the ground. Yeah. Killing these motherfuckers. Yeah.
Ah.
Man,
Yeah.
that's when shit was fun.
Mm-hmm.
I put it through like that. Shit was
Sideline
fun.
pop, baby.
Yes,
Sideline
sir.
pop. You know what I'm saying?
When
Yes,
life was
sir.
Yes,
Yeah.
simple,
sir.
That's it.
Yes,
Yeah.
sir.
Hey, when we
Uh,
play that shit on concrete, you still hit the sideline. You got knocked all over the
Man,
curb.
nigga
bruh.
You
didn't
know,
have
you get up,
and what made
scarred
it so
up,
cool,
scuffed up.
man, I thought you was skint up like a motherfucker, bro. You had that hydrogen peroxide. You smelled like hydrogen peroxide.
Nigga,
You,
straight sizzling.
you had gravel in your
Sizzling.
knees.
Yeah,
Man,
for
come on.
real.
Lord forbid, nigga, you get them new school clothes all scuffed up, homie. That's your ass.
You got somebody side mirror on the side of your forehead right here.
Man, come on, man.
Somebody,
You put a dent in the car. Man, come on. It
somebody
was
just,
rough out
man,
there.
somebody just
You
slammed you into
know?
somebody's Volkswagen Rabbit or something.
Bruh.
Yeah,
Oh, right. Hell
Crucial.
no.
yeah.
Don't hit the
Tearing your
fire
ass up.
hydrant. It's over.
Straight
Man,
crucial.
Man,
yeah.
I'm not even running by the fire hydrant. I ain't gonna lie to you. I, I'll be in the middle of the street. I'll be fucked up. Or on the other side.
Man.
There you go. You gonna wear them
Yeah,
same
shit.
clothes you play football in, nigga, the next day. Scuffed
Man,
up, marked up, the
Oh,
whole nine,
man.
homie. Moms didn't
Well, you
play
know,
that
back
shit.
then, though, them tough jeans was a motherfucker, man. Shit. You know? Holding it, mom's iron the patch on.
look
Yes,
at this nigga.
sir.
Look
Yes,
at Phil
sir.
Yeah.
over here reminiscing about some dungarees. What's wrong with this dude?
Man.
Yeah.
Man, that's few. You got it. You
You.
already know.
You already know, my
Man.
guy.
Yes, sir. He done took us back down memory lane.
Yeah, man.
Down memory lane.
Before we get out of here, don't forget to hit the like and subscribe button. Uh, Otherwise, we can't get no more Mecca's beard oil and shit. He said
It's
we trying
looking
to get
good,
no.
Becca, too. Your beard looking real good. I see it.
You know what I'm saying? Look, that shit
Oh,
like a
Appreciate
whole.
you.
say,
That shit look like a
oh, say
whole
so.
bib connected to his face. Man, bet you he don't get nothing on his shirt. Bet you. Bet you.
Shit.
Nigga.
Shit. I
The
gotta
way
put
that
it
motherfucker
inside my
going, he got
shirt.
to stop wearing chains. Shit, that motherfucker about to be as long as the chain, man.
No, it's gonna get caught in the
Bruh.
chain. What do you mean?
I told him he gonna start braiding
Overnight.
it. Or that
Overnight.
braid.
It's gonna get caught in the chain.
Mm.
Mm-mm, mm-mm. Nah, man, we not stalling nobody out. Do that. I don't. Hell no.
Oh man.
You don't
No.
know how this dude be stressing me out off camera. You know what I'm talking about? So nah.
Mama,
Say, while we on camera, I'm gonna get his ass, huh?
You did. Yeah. Yeah, it's over.
Oh man.
mama. Shantae don't spare none of us. He don't. He don't spare none of
I,
us.
I really don't. Yeah, man. We got to keep it fun. That's why.
At
Gotta keep
all.
it.
At all.
Oh
But,
Shit.
man.
but like I said, hit the like and subscribe. We almost out of here. We appreciate everybody for listening to our bullshit. That's for sure.
No, we drunk
Appreciate
You all,
deep
y'all.
today. So for sure,
yeah,
take it
All the
back.
time.
Sprinkle it like
yeah,
E40 do. Sprinkle it,
yeah.
baby.
So
You off. You officers quit being a fucking asshole. Yeah.
Period.
Period.
I'm not clocking shit, but I'm gonna say
so
period.
Clock it.
But
Go ahead, Phil.
if they fucking up, fuck them up. No, I'm playing.
For sure.
I'm
Well,
playing.
yeah. Well, yeah.
Get on them.
Yeah.
Don't fuck them up.
I'm
Get on
playing.
Uh-huh.
Go ahead,
them.
Phil.
no, I was just gonna say somebody had said is earlier when we first started, they asked was that what it's like out here. So I'm assuming they probably be on the East Coast or somewhere else. Members, people, jockeying for a position or they trying to get a position. That's what it is. You know, I think that goes on almost everywhere. People want to get a
Oh,
position
for
because they
sure.
want to feel like they're somebody. But they don't understand a lot of times what that position entails. Um, as everybody on here can tell, it's a headache sometimes.
Hard work.
Most of the time, shit, it's a headache. And especially when your members decide, hey, I'm gonna chill, and they just decide to go into a retirement mode, and they ain't even retired. You got to do thinking for everybody else. You know what I'm saying? And it gets tiring. Let me say it that way.
Mhm.
So for me, shit, I want to be just a regular damn member. Just make me a member. Let me just do my thing. Tell me where we got to go.
Right.
As a
All right,
leader, you
Rod,
got
you
to do
late,
a
homie.
lot.
Show's
You know what I
over.
mean? So,
Shit. Ain't, no, ain't, ain't nobody listening to Hot Rod. What's he talking about?
you know,
Oh,
uh,
Ah.
You know what,
So,
man? It's something else.
It's over, dog. Don't even worry about it.
Yeah, he's talking about good, better late than never. Man, good night, y'all. Let me, you know, hit the end button on this nigga right now.
let me
Yeah,
show you how late you are. You know?
Yeah, as soon as you get on, hey y'all, click and yeah, start rolling. Fuck out of here, nigga. What's
It's
up?
been fun.
Mhm.
Fuck out of here.
Mhm.
No, man. What's up,
Hi,
Rod?
Rod.
My boy. And I got you, Lil Ma. I got you on something else. I'm gonna fuck with you. So hit me on the side. I
We love
got
you,
you.
Mama.
Yeah, and for real. That's what we doing, man. We on this nigga ass for real. Tell mom I'm late. Nigga, get out of here. You could have said I gotta take a bathroom break. You could have went in the bathroom like you usually do, went in a little
Took a
stall,
boo boo.
popped on. Right. Come on,
Man.
homie. Come on, homie. What's wrong
Set the
with you?
phone right there
I'm playing.
on the
I'm
toilet
fucking.
paper side, dog, and just watch it from the boo boo stand.
I'm fucking. That'd have been nasty. It's in there funky than a motherfucker. Smell like shit up
I
here.
didn't even have a comment, man. I was like, damn. You know,
No
don't take us
comment.
in the bathroom with you, homie. Don't take us in the bathroom with you, man.
Man, please
You
don't.
know?
You
Log
gonna have a
off,
shit.
Hi, Rod.
You gonna have a shitty experience, my boy. Please don't take us in.
Man.
Damn it.
Please don't take us. It'll be a shitty
All right,
experience. I
y'all.
promise. All right, we up out of here. We'll see y'all next Monday. Like I said, Lil Mom, sorry. Hit me on the side. I got something for you. And we are
Bye,
up out of here.
everybody. See you next Monday.
Yeah. Yeah, the city experience, my boy. It's all
The
bad.
shit
I'm
experience.
telling you. Telling you. And it's funky too. Oh, you'd have been
I'm
just
so sick of y'all.
funky, nigga. Just
Please don't forget to like and subscribe to Bikes in the Hood podcast channel on YouTube. Your support is greatly appreciated.